Everything Now, an interactive comedy show on Twitch where you, the viewers, are in control, featuring special guests from all over the Twitch community and the Los Angeles comedy scene. Enter a variety of wild scenarios with colorful characters and help steer the story in whatever direction you want. You can vote in polls to make choices, submit images over Twitter and Discord. You can pay to play sound effects.
Road ends in 100 feet.
What the f***?
It's your show too, friend. Hop on in and experience everything now.
All rise for the Honorable me, Judge Learned Hand. Thank you, please. You don't have to clap. Thank you for joining us. Okay, that's good. You don't clap in a courtroom, folks. Please. Hey. Decorum, please. Decorum. All right. Wildly unnecessary. Folks, thank you for joining us. If it's your first time here, welcome. If you're viewing at home in the chat, you are our jurors tonight, and also, I guess, sometimes lawyers. You are going to be helping us in tonight's proceedings here at the Now York Superior Court. We've got a group of alleged criminals waiting for their trials, and you'll have to remind me of what they're accused of because I seem to have misplaced my docket yet again. So I'll need you to refresh my memory, and then we'll hold some trials to figure out whether or not they are guilty of the crimes that they're accused of. Now, of course, you'll be able to help by asking questions and getting a general sense of what happened and whether or not they're guilty, but you can also submit evidence in a variety of ways to help us get to the truth. So if you haven't already, join the Everything Now Show Discord. We're going to put a link to that in the chat, and you'll be able to submit visual evidence, images, for us to consider as evidence during tonight's trial. That might look something like this. Now, I'm not sure what this piece of evidence was referring to, but I am confident that it was extremely important in whatever trial it was shown in, and you can submit evidence just like that by joining the Everything Now Show Discord. Submit some images in the submissions channel. You might see yours appear on that screen, and if you want to trigger that evidence to appear on the screen, use the sound alerts. There's sound alerts. It's like a little purple ghost icon on mobile and desktop. Or I think on desktop you have to mouse over the screen. You'll figure it out. But hit the evidence Discord images button and we'll show that evidence on the screen. You can also submit written evidence tonight by subscribing to the show. So this is WStream, I guess. I'm not sure what that piece of evidence was referring to, but I'm sure it was critical to the trial that it was submitted in. So if you want to submit written evidence, we'll put your username up there and we'll put a little message, whatever it is. Maybe you saw the defendant at the scene of the crime. Maybe you were the victim of the crime and you want to give your testimony. Just subscribe to the show, write a little message in the chat to say what you want to put into your testimony, and we'll show it on stream just like that. For $5, you can call a witness to the witness stand and we'll put them on the stand. It'll look like this. Take a step over, defendant. You're in the shot. Other way. Okay. So that is our witness stand. It looked like Jesus Christ. Looked like Jesus Christ himself was called to the stand in our last trial. But if you donate $5, just tell us who you want to put on the stand. It could be a celebrity. It could be a fictional character. It could be the Son of God himself. Let us know. Donate $5 and we'll drag him into court for some testimony. And if we get 15 subscriptions, wait, did we already get 2? I don't remember seeing those.
We sure did, Judge.
Holy shit. Who's subscribed already?
It's Feedzak, and this is Social Interaction.
Incredible. Thank you so much, Feedzak, and this is Social Interaction. Really great stuff. I don't know. Is Overlay 4 on? I didn't see those pop up. Was it before the show started?
It was before the show started, and one came in, and you acknowledged it when it came in.
Okay.
So maybe you're just getting kind of old, Judge.
I'm getting a little old. I'm going to need your help. In any event, thank you so much, subscribers. When our first trial starts, you can submit some written testimony, and if we get now only 13 more, we'll hit our goal. You'll see down there in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen. If we get 15 over the course of the night, we'll head on over to the Now York Police Department or shooting gallery. I don't know really where this in-universe takes place. But anyway, you'll get to shoot people, or at least practice shooting people at the firing range. So let's hit that goal. Let's get 13 subscriptions during the show tonight, and you will have a chance to practice your shooting skills at the firing range. Yes, kill, kill, kill. Couldn't have said it better myself. Humstinative. But without further ado, we've got a big docket full of important cases tonight, and so let's get down to business here. I don't remember what this first defendant is accused of, so if you wouldn't mind, jurors in the chat, could you remind me of what the crime was? I just shout out some crimes in the chat and see if you can jog my memory here. Stole my thunder, slowing that roll too fast, being late to court, forgetting Jake's birthday. That is a high crime.
Sorry.
Somebody should be punished for that, but
I'm sorry.
we'll deal with that later in the Discord. Stole my Mountain Dew from first-time chatter Artemis Force. Thank you, Artemis Force. We're gonna take that. Stealing Mountain Dew. Now, obviously, stealing of any kind is a crime and worthy of punishment, but stealing Mountain Dew is a particularly heinous crime because we all know Mountain Dew is the refresher or something. What's their slogan? Something about the cool is the mountain, whatever. It's a great drink, delicious. It might have been a Baja Blast. I'm just trying to justify why someone would have to come to court for this. In any event,
Theft. Stealing anybody's property is theft, no matter how
That's right.
The material.
But Mountain Dew, especially if it were to be a Baja Blast, well, that's pretty fucked up. And that's exactly what this next defendant stands accused of. Now, whether or not they're guilty, that'll be a matter for you to decide. And now someone is objecting. I'm not sure to what. Perhaps
I'm Baja aghast at the nature of this crime.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow. Sustained. All right, we are going to go ahead and meet our defendant, and you will have to help us figure out whether or not they committed this heinous crime. So, defendant, please take your place at the podium, and if you would, state your name for the record.
Well, Judge. Find ourselves here once again, don't we?
I'm sorry, have we met before?
Many times.
You're gonna have to refresh my memory. I'm getting on in years, and maybe you've got a different haircut?
I've let the hair grow, much like the grass, the turn of the ocean, the rise and fall of the sun. Hair might have grown, yes.
Okay, well, just in case, for those of us who don't remember who you are, and now I'm starting to remember, but for the court reporter and the jurors who don't know, what's your name?
Ominous Bosch, man about town, miscreant.
Miscreant. Okay, interesting to self-describe as a miscreant as you stand trial for, and I'll remind you now, the crime for which you stand accused is stealing Mountain Dew. But before we get into the nature of the crime and hear your defense, we've got some testimony and some evidence here that you might want to see before you decide to tell the story as you remember it. Let's have a look at this written testimony first, submitted by Feedzak, who said, I hired this person to DJ my wedding. They played nothing but recordings of themselves crying over and over again. The crowd, surprisingly, deeply connected with it. Interesting.
It was a beautiful ceremony. I got some terrific feedback in both senses of the word. Feedback in terms of reviews, but also feedback in terms
Of the microphone?
Exactly.
You were just crying next to the speakers into the microphone?
Let's just say upon the hour, new layer of feedback was added. Upon the layer of feedback was added. Upon the layer of feedback was added. If a new individual tried to enter this chamber of sound, they were overwhelmed. And if they were not rejected, were immediately destroyed. But those who stayed, think of that night often.
Well, you're not on trial, and someone is objecting to that. I guess maybe they're objecting to the idea that everybody remembers that wedding. But technically, you're not on trial for DJing at this wedding. It's just speaking to your character. However, this next piece of evidence submitted here visually through our Discord, this one may help to illuminate what actually happened with this crime. Let's take a look. Now, what am I looking at here,
Well,
Mr. Bosch?
You see, Judge, and it's Learned Hand, correct?
Yes, Judge Learned Hand.
I remember your father, Steady, quite well.
You knew my father?
Steady Hand.
Steady Hand?
We went way back.
How old are you, Mr. Bosch?
How old is the ocean? How old is the sunrise?
Pretty old.
How old is the mountain?
All right, Mr. Bosch, you can't get away from the evidence.
Okay.
What is this? What am I looking at here?
So that is the persona, as one would say, of my wedding DJ character, Mr. Sleaze with SL33Z. It is very fun to put that on a business card in neon green matrix font on a black card. If you get a black card, it's cheaper. They won't tell you that. If you bundle it in a pack of 100 and put Mr. Sleaze, leave them on parked cars on the windows as you walk down Main Street, thinking about the changes, the storefronts.
The storefronts. Oh, interesting. The storefronts. Perhaps the storefront of, I don't know, maybe a Taco Bell, which serves Mountain Dew Baja Blast. Did you leave any cards there?
May or may not have left a card in front of the bell of the taco. That used to be a family-owned taqueria, as one would say, as our friends south of the border might call it, una taqueria.
Are you bilingual, Mr. Bosch?
Sí, practicar mi español todos los días en Duolingo, ¿y tú?
Okay, I have no idea what the fuck you just said.
You call that Judge Usted.
Sí.
Speak English in my courtroom. Now, we've got some more...
Usted to you.
Okay, thank you. I don't know what you're saying. Please speak English. That goes for you as well, bailiff. Now, we've got a bit more written testimony here that I'm hoping is going to illuminate some more aspects of the case. Let's have a look. This is social distraction, says. Social interaction, says.
Wow.
Big L on that one.
Sorry, this is social interaction. Anyway, they say, I saw that motherfucker steal my blow-up unicorn sprinkler. I got him on camera. Send him to jail. Death penalty. Okay, well, this is social interaction. You're allowed to suggest a penalty, but of course, you can't prescribe what the penalty will be. That's part of our job here.
This is social interaction, may I just say. Matter can neither be created nor destroyed, simply transferred. If I receive the death penalty, sure, my physical aura, my physical essence ends, but the energy with which I am built does not disappear. It simply is transferred. Some would say into the stars. Some would say to the sand on the beach, being pulled by the ocean, the rise and fall of the
All right,
waves.
Mr. Bosch, enough waxing poetic, all right? You can't distract us with your beautiful prose.
Call him, this is social distraction.
Yes, well,
Okay.
it seems like you might be trying to be this is social distraction. We've got some more visual evidence here, and thank you, Chesterville, for the raid and party of four. Welcome in, jurors, to the
Chester.
Everything Now District Court.
I remember him well. I remember all four of you quite well.
Okay, all right. Let's have a look at this. Have a look at this visual evidence here and see if maybe this jogs your memory about that night at the Taco Bell. Who is this?
Petey, my heart strains to think of the good times we shared. Is it not interesting, Judge, how the heart can hurt just as much thinking of the good times as the bad? That they say the end of the good times creates just as much hurt as the start of the bad.
Who says that? I don't think I've ever heard anyone say that before you.
I believe it was on the Disney Plus program WandaVision, where the character Vision, played by one Paul Bettany, said, "What is grief if not love persevering?"
All right, I don't have that. I only have Max.
I got a story.
I'm a Max guy now.
I got a story by credit on that one.
Oh, okay. Congratulations.
I know the Writers Guild is done striking, so I can talk about that as much as I want.
Okay, well, I would prefer you not talk about that because it's unrelated to the trial. Now, who was that little sweet fuzzy guy? Were they at the crime? Were they at the Taco Bell where the Mountain Dew was stolen?
How can one describe Petey using words? How can one describe the sunrise using prose? Is it not ironic that the very nature of poetry is attempting to use words to capture the things that cannot be put into words? Your Honor. Me and Petey, we were collaborators, partners, perverts,
Excuse me?
Associates, perverts, Your Honor.
What? Now, typically people don't self-describe as perverts,
And that's
Mr. Bosch.
That's what's wrong with society today, if I may.
We got some pertinent
Stand
visual evidence here.
on a proverbial soapbox.
I'm being told we've got some important evidence here from our Discord.
I said the word pertinent, Judge.
Yes, well, I said important.
Well, mine was more legal sounding.
Petey, the classic Petey grab.
This is
I remember
Petey?
it well. That is a demonstration of the classic Petey technique.
Oh, I see. It's a reenactment.
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Petey was quite fond of, was that the left or the right foot? It doesn't really matter, it's not the matter, the difference between the right and the left foot is simply which toe is the bigger and which toe is the smaller.
All right. I feel like we're talking in circles here. We've strained so far away.
You do not find circles in nature, Judge. You find curves.
What do you mean? There's circles all over nature. The moon, the sun. You were just talking about the sun. That's a circle.
I'll take the L on
All
this
right.
one, Your Honor.
Okay, let's get back to the Taco Bell. Now, you were walking up the street, placing business cards into cars and onto business, windowsills. You wander into this Taco Bell. Maybe there's a Mountain Dew just sitting there, ice cold, completely abandoned on a table. What happened next?
Well, let's say that I was in this Taco Bell and it was sitting on a table. Well, Your Honor, I don't mean to suggest who is and who isn't allowed to enjoy the fine foods of the local Taco Bell establishment.
Do you have a favorite Taco Bell menu item?
I am quite fond of the cheesy gordita crunch. It packs quite a variety of flavor into a rather compact package.
Same. I used to be a Crunchwrap guy, and then I was like,
I'm not
it's not as good.
I always have to take the tomato off. I'm not much of a tomato man per se, and just kind of when you get down to it, it is a lot of, to quote Petey, nasty wet business you're biting through.
Yeah, I mean, you can
Crunchwrap.
request to take off the tomato. They'll do that for you.
Yes, and I often did. But even still, the lettuce, the sauce.
You don't
It all
even like
kind
the
of-
sauce?
Well,
You're just getting like a dry tortilla?
no, it would all congeal into, to quote Petey once more, a rather wet mess.
I would love to get Petey as a witness in here if someone wants to donate to that, because it seems like Petey is a key witness and potentially accomplice in this particular case.
Well, yeah.
Who is Petey? How do you know Petey?
How does one describe Petey?
Try for me.
We
I'm
met,
asking you.
we met freshman year. We were both doing Hell Week. I was duct taped to a lamppost down to just my skivvies, and Petey was one of the new fellow fresh meat on the side there, and he was cheering on, and I could see in his eyes that it was purely a cheer of pressure. It was not a cheer of genuine malice, Your Honor. There was no desire within Petey for me to actually boof. And I could tell. I zeroed in on him and I made direct eye contact as I am making with you right now, Your Honor. And we looked at each other and I held on to that lamppost and I could feel flesh and metal melding in the cold air. And once they let me down, everyone moved on except Petey. I saw a pair of feet sitting at front of my field of vision. I looked up. There was Petey, and he helped
Okay,
me.
so he's a guy you went to college with.
Yes.
I got it. Okay, so you went to college with this guy, and so you guys stayed friends, and
yes.
he, I guess, was with you when you were walking down the street advertising your wedding DJ business, and he came into the Taco Bell with you. I see we just got a witness. Is that who I think it is, Bailiff?
They didn't name who it was, but
Okay.
I'm just thinking the odds of it being someone else are pretty
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and assume that it's Petey who we're going to be putting on the stand now. So go ahead and
Petey's here.
he's here. Yes, we've got Petey on the stand
My
now.
goodness, the words, for the first time in my life, Your Honor, the words are escaping me. For many a moon ago, Petey and I...
Great. Sounds like they're not. Sounds like you're just continuing to talk. Let's go ahead and have a chat with Petey. Petey, if you wouldn't mind, just for the record, stating your name and your title or your business.
PD Pablo, cool guy.
What's up, Petey?
All right, order! Order!
Classic,
please.
the call of the PD. It never gets old. It is like a beautiful song. No matter how many times you hear it, it's like you're hearing it the first time.
All right, Petey, our defendant here, Mr. Bosch, states that you guys went to college together and remained friends, and that you were with him at the date of the crime at the Taco Bell. Can you confirm that?
Of course, this is my brother.
Wait, you mean like fraternity brother?
That's up to the court to decide.
Well, no, I'm asking, that's like, we need to know for the facts.
Call my mom.
Okay, well, if someone donates to get
Classic.
Petey's mom on the stand, we can have a chat with her, but I've got you here now, Petey.
Right.
So if you wouldn't mind, just tell me whether or not you were at the Taco Bell with Mr. Bosch here.
Oh, of course, it was one of the Taco Bells that I own.
Oh, you're, what, a franchisor?
You can say that.
PD is quite fond of the local business. PD is a sort of the venture capitalist of our fair New York City, sort of the shark of the tank, if one would say. PD owns businesses left and right, here and there, gym, restaurant, clinic. PD has his proverbial fingers in many pies, Your Honor.
I see. And Petey, so you own this Taco Bell, and can you tell me a little bit about what happened with this particular Mountain Dew that went missing?
Well, here's what I'll say. Sometimes the nozzle on the Fountain Dew machine just breaks.
The
right.
Fountain Dew machine.
Yeah. We found nobody really cares about the other.
Do you have a machine that's specifically only for Mountain Dew called the Fountain Dew? It's separate from the other sodas. It's just it's a soda fountain, but it's only for Mountain Dew. It's the Fountain Dew.
Yeah, I actually need to write that down. The Fountain Dew.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
This is
That's
quite-
pretty good.
It's like the Coca-Cola Freestyle machine, but it's for Mountain Dew, and it's a Fountain Dew.
Have you seen the photo, Your Honor, of Ben Affleck, this is true, having a custom soda machine in his house that is two nozzles, one for Diet Coke and one for Diet Pepsi? This is a genuine thing.
That's crazy. I feel like everybody just has a preference over those two drinks, and
You're
they're
on-
like loyal to that one.
If I may, forget a Bugatti, forget an enclave in the hills that could double as a compound in the likely event of climate catastrophe. To me, what better symbol of wealth is there than a custom fountain of just Diet Pepsi and Diet Coke?
Well, maybe a Fountain Dew. Now, we've got one more piece of visual evidence that we need to take a look at, but I want to give Petey a chance to make any closing remarks, anything else they want to add to the record. So, Petey, is there anything else you'd like to say?
No, other than if you want to check out the Taco Bell on 96th and Ocean, you should come on in, and maybe that Baja Blast Fountain Dew will break again.
Okay, well, that was more of an advertisement than a closing remark, but
Yeah.
we'll add it to the record nonetheless. Petey.
PD, boof.
All right, order.
PD,
Petey, you're free to go.
I will see you out on that field, my brother, my friend. Your Honor, is a man less a man's brother that they are not bound by blood, though they serve on the same battlefield for two men crawling through the mud.
All right, we've got another piece of visual evidence.
Keep move on my Petey till I bosh.
Thank you, Bailiff,
what's
for
up.
that. Strike that from the record. Let's have a look at the visual evidence. Bailiff, are we prepared to look at that?
Yes.
All right, let's see here. Now, this is a language that I've already established I don't speak, so if you wouldn't mind translating for
Tengo
us.
frío, sí, mi. Muchas de mis noches tengo mucho frío, sí.
In English, Mr. Bosch.
Your Honor, it is I am cold. And, well, physically I may be quite warm in this fair climate we have here in New York City. Emotionally, existentially even, yo tengo mucho frío, mucho tiempo.
I don't know what the fuck you're saying.
I am
Listen,
often
Mr.
quite
Bosch,
cold.
we're going to give our jurors an opportunity to vote in just a moment, but I want to give them a chance right now to ask you some questions directly.
Sure.
If there are any facts, jurors in the juror box in the chat, if you have anything you haven't learned yet over the course of these proceedings that you'd like to clarify before you vote on Mr. Bosch's innocence or guilt, now is the time, Mr. Bosch. I'll direct you to the jury box right there. Go ahead and answer any questions that you see.
All right, I fight for them says, I like this guy, I like you.
Not a
I
question.
like you. I like him.
More of a statement.
My hair. Mi vida es como una película, sí. Muy bien. What is your favorite Taco Bell hot sauce? Well, there is only one, isn't there? Mild, hot, Diablo. Do you know that one, Judge?
That's 3. You
Devil.
just named 3.
That is devil in Espanol.
I didn't know what that meant.
Do you like poop or chocolate more? Well, in the dark, what's the difference? Do we know? Were you also the guy who stole all the ice? That would not be me. What good do I have for ice? As I said, existentially, solely, I am quite cold.
All right, it looks like we've got one more witness that we gotta have on the stand.
Judge.
It's an okay. Thank you. Great. Thank you,
so
because it's
great.
time to vote now. So
I love this New York, this system of tipping the legal system. I
right,
think it's
just
quite
like
beautiful.
real life, if you pay enough money, you can make anything happen in this judicial
It's quite
system.
true, Your Honor. The
How
coin.
many judges in this district have little tip jars on the bench?
Not enough.
Do you
All
do-
right, let's get that poll up, bailiff. It's now up to you, jurors, to decide whether or not you think that our defendant, Ominous Bosch, is guilty of the crime of stealing Mountain Dew. Mr. Bosch, while the jurors are voting, you can make your closing remarks.
Ladies and gentlemen, and they thems of this fine New York City precinct, how does one steal a look at the sunrise? How does one steal a beautiful song playing at a perfect moment?
And Hoomst is saying we never got any evidence either way. Well, that's how it goes sometimes. Vote with your gut.
I simply say, how does one steal the laugh of a child looking at a man falling on the sidewalk? Not in a serious way, because then you're wondering, damn, that's kind of a messed up kid, isn't it? But slipping enough where the man and the parent of the child can look at each other and say, that was silly. That was a silly fall. Can one steal these moments, Your Honor? And by that extension, can one steal a malfunctioning Fountain Dew owned by one's...
I'm sorry, Mr. Bosch, I'm just noticing this now. Is that a human skull you're holding in your hand? Okay, really wish we had gotten to that during the trial. A lot of the votes are already in. I wish we had brought that up earlier.
I found him.
You found that?
I found
Where
it.
did you find that?
Well, one night, Petey and I were throwing rocks at the concrete wall, as is often our wont. There is no better hobby to hear the sounds that they make, and suddenly we look around the corner and we see, at the edge of the corner where the moonlight illuminates a shadow in the dark.
All right, close the poll. Close the poll.
I call him Bob.
All right.
Sarah, see?
What?
Can you close the poll?
Yes, close the poll.
All right.
Sarah,
I'll
por
Sarah the poll
favor.
for you.
I don't know what that means, but I do know what those... Actually, I don't know what those results mean.
Bailiff,
Culpable, and innocente. What is that? What is that, bailiff?
Trying to use circumlocution to determine what it means.
Innocente sounds like innocent. Culpable, that's got to be
like
culpable.
Right? An
Yep.
English word for guilty.
What is that called when the English word sounds exactly like the Spanish word? No, not homonym. Sound gerund? No. Anyway, close out that poll. We've got a
Cognate.
result.
It's a
Cognate.
cognate.
It's a cognate.
it's a cognate.
Got a cognate. All right, close out that poll completely. Mr. Ominous Bosch, for the crime of stealing a Mountain Dew, the jurors have entered their verdict, and they find you guilty.
What four walls?
All right,
can
no,
hold
we're not doing any
Ominous
more
Bosch?
poetry. All we have left to do here, Mr. Bosch, is figure out what your punishment will be. So, jurors in the chat, what is an appropriate punishment for someone guilty of stealing Mountain Dew? Let's get a suggestion for how we should punish.
Gosh, I hope
this
they don't
defendant.
ask me to chug the Mountain Dew. Much like the Simpsons.
Let him free? Steve! We can't let him free. That's the opposite of a punishment. What are you talking about?
Smiley face at the end there, Judge.
You put a smiley face at the end.
Speak.
Your Honor, what is that if not a
Take his mother hostage. Okay, from First Time Chatter, Uneven Mars 2. Send him on a journey to find his manhood. Okay,
You'll
that's...
notice that man and hood are two separate
Manhood,
words.
yeah, I don't know. Okay, Hillbilly Strongman, your suggestion is interesting, but a little bit too sort of conceptual. We're gonna go with take his mother hostage. So, Mr. Ominous Bosch, for doing this crime, I guess we're gonna punish your mother by kidnapping her and I guess imprisoning her in your place.
You lay one finger on Bish Bosh. If you lay one finger on Bish Bosh, you will know.
Bish Bosh is your mom?
My mother Bish.
Miss Bish Bosh?
Miss Bish Bosh.
Miss Bish Bosh?
Miss Bish Bosh, Your Honor, you lay one finger on
Miss
her.
Bish frickin' Bosh?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right.
If I am a rapscallion of town, she is a hellion about town, and
All right,
you
we're done.
will never know a torment of endless time when you try to imprison Bish Bosh.
It's over. It's done. We're kidnapping your mom. Get the fuck out of here.
Shit.
You're done. All right, folks. We did it. I've made a grave mistake, letter free, says Uneven Mars 2. Sorry. You already said it. That's how the law works in this jurisdiction. Speaking of how the law works in this jurisdiction, welcome. This jurisdiction is the Now York Superior Court, and I am your presiding judge, the Honorable Learned Hand. If you're just joining us, welcome. You are our jurors tonight, and we've got a bunch of alleged criminals waiting to stand trial. Now, you can help us with these trials by asking questions to our defendants in the chat, but you can also submit evidence in a variety of ways. Join the Discord, the Everything Now Show Discord, and submit images. You might see yours pop up on that TV screen as visual evidence. If you want to trigger that evidence to appear, use the sound alerts, which I asked somebody to explain how they work. If you don't know, there's a button. You'll figure it out. You can also call a witness to the witness stand by donating $5. During that last trial, we got the defendant's best friend from college, Petey, who pretty much just plugged his business and then left. But it doesn't have to be the defendant's best friend. It can be literally anybody, a celebrity, a fictional character, whomever. Just donate $5, tell us who you want to put on the stand, and we'll drag him into court. And of course, you can submit written testimony. It looks a little something like this. This is Social Interaction, submitted some testimony during our last trial. If you subscribe, tell us what you want to say. We'll type it up on our typewriter and we'll show it to the entire court. It might just persuade the jury to vote the way that you want. If we get 15 subscriptions and we only need 13 more, we'll hit our goal and you'll get to head to the shooting gallery where you get to practice using a gun. Seems pretty cool. Could be pretty fun. Big pop for guns. All right, so with all that in mind, it's time now to start, and thank you, welcome in Uneven Mars 2. It's time now to go on to the next trial, and of course, as I said, I misplaced my docket. I don't remember what this next defendant is accused of, so if you wouldn't mind, please remind me by suggesting some crimes in the chat. You can kind of jog my memory here. What did this next defendant allegedly do? Disrespecting women, impersonating a priest, mansplaining the Barbie movie, coming on pigeons, okay. Taking a dump in the urinal, all right folks, come on. Flipping off Judge Judy, pretending to understand taxes, posed as a cat for a year, whoa. Stolen valor, ate a dog, not technically illegal, though frowned upon in this particular culture. Stole my lungs, whoa, okay, so the victim is here suggesting the crime, that's interesting. Pissing in the dumpinal? That's good.
Oh, come on, that's perfect.
That's good. Well, we're gonna take one very similar from First Time Chatter, Athon, who suggests didn't flush. Now, come on, folks. We live in a society and there are rules, okay? Now, what you do in your own home, that's up to you. If you want to let a brown float there for a couple of days, hell, even a week, that's your decision. But when you're in a public place and you defecate or relieve yourself in a toilet, you gotta put that shit down, literally. You gotta send it down the tube so that the next person doesn't have to deal with that stank. And if you don't flush, well, not only are you overstepping the boundaries of our social contract here, you also might be dragged into court for the high crime of not flushing. That's exactly what happened here with our next defendant. Defendant, please take your place at the podium, and if you wouldn't mind, go ahead, just right up to the podium.
Here?
Oh, Yep, on right there. Exactly. Yep. Seems like we've got an elderly, all right. If you wouldn't mind, defendant, please state your name for the record.
Yeah, my name is Shirley Shrimp.
Hey, Shirley?
Yeah?
Hey, right over here, Shirley.
Where?
Sorry, I don't know if you've got some sort of visual impairment. I'm over here, Shirley.
Where?
Right here. Follow my voice, Shirley. Follow the sound of my voice, Shirley.
My demeanor.
Okay. Whoa, a lot going on.
It's because I couldn't see you because of my glasses.
Okay, do you want to... I'm sorry, you need them or you don't... Or they're impairing your vision?
No, I couldn't see. They're so dark.
Okay, do you want to maybe...
They're covering my eyes. They're so big and dark.
Right, do you want to remove those for the trial?
Yeah, no, I'm removing. Did you not just see me remove my little glasses that are big and dark?
My apologies, Shirley. Now, Shirley Shrimp David O. Russell.
Yeah. Some of my friends call me Shrimp because I cook the best shrimp cocktail this side of the Mississippi.
Wow, okay, that's quite an achievement, quite a superlative. Now, Miss, do you mind if I call you just Miss O. Russell?
You can call me Miss David O. Russell.
Okay.
That's my full last name.
Got it.
God, this is a disrespectful court.
My apologies for the disrespect, Mrs. David O. Russell. I don't mean to denigrate you, but it's important that you know, Mrs. David O. Mrs. or Ms. Ms. David O. Russell. It's important that you understand the nature of the crime for which you stand accused today. Do you understand the crime?
Yeah, I took a big poo-poo and someone said I didn't flush.
Okay, all right, great. So we're all on the same page here now.
Now, Judge, before we get into that, I have a quick few questions for you.
Okay, it's generally works the other way
I got
around.
low blood sugar. I'm gonna need a snack during this, can I?
Can you have a snack? I suppose if it's a medical emergency, then yes, we could probably provide you with some.
Well, yeah, because I got low blood sugar.
All right, can we get Miss David O. Russell?
I brought my own, don't worry.
Okay. What's that, Fritos?
Yeah, chili kind.
We tried to keep them from taking that into the courtroom, but they fought us off.
All right, well, typically
They
bailiff...
were too strong.
Thank you.
All right. Ms. David O. Russell, is there anything else you want to know before?
I brought my pet snake, Theodore.
Okay, that is not...
that okay?
No, that is not okay. You cannot bring a live animal
All
in
right,
here,
no big
especially
deal.
a snake. Whoa! Okay, bailiff. Bailiff, can you...
shit!
Can you grab that, bailiff?
He's attacking my snake!
Hello, bailiff.
Oh, we got 3 different snakes fighting in the cherry box.
All right.
This is horrible.
3. Have you ever been in love?
All right, I'm not sure that that's relevant, Miss David O.
Because
Russell.
I've never been in love and I'm dying to try.
Okay, well, I'm not sure if I can help you there, but speaking of relevance, let's get this court back on track with some visual evidence that might help to get us back towards the case at hand, which of course is taking a dump without flushing. Now, bailiff, are we prepared to look at that first piece of evidence?
In about 2 seconds, yes.
Okay, now, Miss Shirley, Miss David O. Russell, in a moment, I'm going to direct your attention to this TV screen up here.
Copy. Clear.
Great, and I'll just need you to explain to me what we're seeing.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, let's have a look.
All right, I'm looking.
And now, what is this?
I'm just seeing a wall, so what?
Okay, no, Miss David O.
You're looking in the wrong direction.
Miss David O. Russell, over here.
All right.
Nope, Miss David O. Russell. Follow my voice, Miss David O. Russell.
180 for us, sweetheart.
Marco! There we go. Do you see this TV right here?
To be honest, it's such a little. There we go.
Yep.
Oh, that's my husband, Ricky! Hey, baby!
Wait, I thought you just said you'd never
And
found
I
love.
don't love him! I hate his guts!
Yeah!
Okay, hey, there's no need to shout, Miss David O. Russell. I'm sorry that that's how you feel about your husband. So that right there is your husband.
He's a mean guy.
I see. Well, we've got one other piece of visual evidence that we need to take a look at here. Bailiff, can we prep that?
Did you say that he was a bean guy?
He's a bean guy.
Well, maybe that's why this is the evidence.
All right, let's have a look at this next piece.
I'm ready.
Miss O. Russell, Miss David O. Russell, it's in the same place. It's always going to be on
All
this
right,
TV.
so right here is what you're
No,
saying.
that is the door that you walked in.
I am seeing a wall again.
Yes.
And I don't see how that could be evidence.
You need to turn around, Miss David O. Russell.
All right, I'm turning around.
A full 180.
The evidence.
Give me a full 180.
1, 2, 3.
You don't have to count each degree.
4, 5.
There we go. What are we looking at here?
My lunch.
A bean key?
It's a, yep. So what you do is you take a Twinkie, you eat all the cream, you and then you stick beans in it. Not that hard to understand, dumb judge.
I see. Well, I guess now that your diet is being illuminated for us, it's starting to make sense why a defecation from you might have been problematic to flush down the toilet.
Whenever I take a big poo-poo, I always flush.
Miss David O. Russell, I'm right here. You don't have to yell.
I always flush.
Okay. You have a microphone right in front of you.
I always flush.
Okay.
The mic didn't quite pick that up, Judge.
One more time.
I got it right here.
I always flush.
All right. Well, our jurors will determine that. Now, I'll remind you, jurors, that if you want to bring a witness to the stand, you can donate $5 or submit written testimony with a subscription. But
can I explain what happened?
I would love that. Please tell me about where this alleged poo-poo took place and what happened that might have caused the confusion about it.
I went to Ricky's office, and I said,
That's your husband.
Yeah, we already established that. He works at Pet Boys. I strolled in there. I said, you've been a bad boy. 1 second, I need to use the potty. And then I went potty, and then I was gonna flush, but my wiener here
All right, hold on. We've got an objection here now. I'm assuming it's about the testimony, about what you said when you walked into that Pet Boys. Can you think back? What did you actually say when you walked into that Pet Boys?
On my glasses!
Oh, you lost your glasses.
I think I said, Ricky, you've been a bad boy. And I don't want to be married to you. I've never loved you.
Oh my God. Okay. Wow. Well, that is a key piece of testimony. It seems that we're going to be having a witness take the stand in just a moment. But I'm sorry if you're getting emotional, Miss David O. Russell.
I'm really freaking sad up here. This is a lot.
Okay. Well, let's move away from your relationship with your husband and talk a little bit more about this shit you took. Tell me about what you saw in the bathroom. Can you describe the bathroom as you found it before you took the shit?
Yeah, so let me just think about it. It had a toilet.
Okay.
It had a sink.
All right. These feel like pretty standard elements of a restroom.
It had soap that was the color of Pepto-Bismol.
Okay, that's interesting. Maybe a branded thing with the Pet Boys thing?
I don't know.
Okay.
One more thing. Can I ask you another question?
Yeah, go ahead.
You never answered if you've ever been in love before, and I really like to know.
I've been married for 46 years to my wife, and for the first 12, I was deeply in love.
Good for you. To find love in this fucked up world.
Yes, I'm very fortunate, or at least I was. Now, Miss David O. Russell, we do have a witness on the stand here, and so we're going to get some testimony from them. Bailiff, are we prepared to speak with them?
Yes, indeed.
All right. Witness, if you wouldn't mind, please state your name and your occupation for the record.
Hello, my name is Quinn Collin. I am part-time landlord, part-time creamer at Stone Cold Creamery.
That's my boy. I love him.
Most people don't have quite such a warm relationship with their landlord.
Well, if he didn't make such delicious cream, maybe I wouldn't like him.
I see. And Mr. Collin, can you describe? It seems like you've got a close relationship with the defendant.
We go way back, Your Honor.
How long? When did you meet? Was it at the Cold Stone or when they started renting a living space from you?
Well, see, it was before professional wrestler Steve Austin took over the franchise and renamed it Stone Cold Creamery. It was, in fact, Everything Now Splendid Creams. And that is indeed where we first met.
And the cream was better before the name change. Can I just say it? Don't sue me.
I don't want to literally put it on the record, but notice I will not disagree on that fact, Your Honor.
All right. Well, the tastiness of the cream is not the subject of today's trial. Now, Mr. Collins, we're here today to talk about a giant shit that the defendant allegedly took and did not flush. Do you happen to know anything about the defendant's shits or their general proclivities in relation to flushing?
Well, my handyman, Jost Collin, he unfortunately he is in charge of Shirley's plumbing.
Can you scooch just like a tiny little bit to your left?
That's just what his arm looks like, Judge. You piece of shit.
That's much better.
Rude of you
I
to
slammed
say
it. I slammed it in a freezer. Slammed it in a freezer. But I guess here you go if that's what you want. Yes. So my handyman, Jost Collin, does handle Shirley's plumbing. He handles all matters of,
So he knows I always flush!
Man, it would be great to get Jost Collin in here as a witness. It seems like he's intimately familiar with your shits, Miss David O. Russell.
I have something else to ask!
All right, well, hold that thought, Miss David O. Russell, because we need to finish up with your landlord here. Quinn Collin, did Jost Collin ever describe the shits to you or what happened with them after they were taken?
Well, he would often say that words failed him in describing the shits, Your Honor. He didn't want to go into detail, but I believe he did say one time they should send a poet.
Should send a poet?
We're both big fans. Have you seen the movie Contact?
Yeah, a while ago.
Bob Zemeckis, Jodie Foster, Matthew McConaughey. It's really good. It's really interesting that he follows up Forrest Gump, which is, I'm not gonna.
Okay, Colin, we don't need your letterbox. We just need the testimony.
You need my what?
We need the testimony. What? Okay, and it seems like we're gonna get another witness. So, Mr. Colin, I think we're finished with you. Thank you for your testimony. We've got another witness that we need to take the stand.
Can I say something?
Yes, Miss David O. Russell. While we prepare the next witness, you can say
As
something.
I was saying, this has been a very rude courtroom. One of the reasons it's been pretty rude is no one's asked me about the blood all over my shirt.
Right? Yeah. I guess I've been not really paying attention. The last guy brought a skull.
You've been bad at your job.
Well, do you want to tell us about the blood, Miss David O.
I
Russell?
do want to tell you about the blood because right before I got here, I was mowing my grass and my ferret, Morgan, ran out and I fucking ran over it!
Wow, that sounds extremely traumatic.
It really was.
All right, well, does it relate to the shit at all?
No.
Okay, well, I guess I'm sorry, but it's not necessarily relevant.
Thank you, go on.
Okay, all right, well, we've got another witness that we need some testimony from, and then I want to give our jurors an opportunity to ask some questions. So, Bailiff, are we ready to speak to this next witness?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, this is... I'll let you introduce yourself. Go ahead.
Yeah, my name is Indiana Bud.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
No, that's what I like to call him!
Oh,
He didn't even stop to
maybe that's...
That's what I like to call Jost!
Maybe that's a nickname.
That's
But
my
we need...
that's my nickname. That's what people call
We
me.
need your government name, sir.
He was so excited, Judge, I couldn't help it. I let him do it.
We need your government name. It's on your Chiron.
Jost,
My real name is Jost Collin.
Thank you. All right. Right, and you are, I'm guessing, the handyman hired by the landlord, Mr. Collin.
Okay, Jost. He's usually good at getting them in.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, that's
should
who
I
I am.
even ask about what it is you're wearing, Jost Collin?
It's my side job. I serve milk at baseball games.
You serve milk at baseball
Yeah, I'm the
games? Who's
milkman.
asking for milk?
I'm the milkman. People get milk.
It's like hot dogs, peanuts, and milk?
Say, get your milk here.
Okay.
Get your thick milk.
Yeah.
Thick milk. All right. I can't. We don't have time to go down that road. Jost Collin, our last witness, your boss, the landlord, mentioned that you are the one who handles plumbing at Miss David O. Russell's home, and said that you could speak specifically and directly to the shits that she's taking and whether or not they're a problem for the plumbing. Oops. Can you elaborate on that?
Yeah. Well, we live in the same building, and I've just been designated sort of the building plumber, and so are you gonna throw it?
Open up.
So I do all the plumbing in the building, and I could say there's never been a problem on my watch. So
Interesting. Okay, well, that's some valuable testimony.
Interesting.
That bodes well for you, Miss David O. Russell, but it's ultimately up to our jurors. Is there any closing remark you'd like to mention to add to the record, Mr. Jost Collin, before we let you go?
Yeah, I will be working the World Series if anyone wants to come by and get some milk.
Can you hook me up with tickets?
Yeah, the tickets are kind of expensive, but the milk is also expensive, so.
What kind of temperature are we thinking about with this milk? I feel like it's pretty hot out there sometimes.
It's in one of those like dry ice bags, so
Good.
it stays
That's
about
cool.
room temperature.
Room temp, great. So if you want some room temp milk, head on over to the World Series and get some of that. All right, Mr. Jost Collin,
That would help
you're
me
free
out.
to go.
Okay.
You're good to go.
All
Thank
right,
you.
You want milk or?
No.
Okay.
I'd
No.
like some.
All right,
Okay.
well, go to the World Series then, Miss David O. Russell.
See you. See you at the.
Milk, your thick milk. It's so thick, your milk.
What is that,
Love
like
that
their
song.
jingle? All right, we got to move on.
All right.
All right, thank you.
Series.
Thank you, Jost Collin. All right, I want to give our jurors an opportunity really quickly to ask some questions to you directly, Miss David O. Russell. So I'm going to direct you to the juror box right there. Jurors at home in the chat, if you have any questions you'd like to ask Miss David O. Russell, now is the time to do it, and then we're going to vote to decide whether or not she clogged the toilet with her giant shit.
Okay, let me just get my mouth empty.
All right, take just like one decent-sized step to your right, Miss David O. Russell. Nope, your other right. Just stand right by the podium. See? Yep, perfect. Great, and we've got some questions for you now, Miss David O. Russell, right there in the juror box, so just go ahead and answer as many of those as you can.
Do you own a poop knife? Of course. Next question. Do you put chocolate in toilets? If I got to. Next question. How big was the shit, like exact size? This plus
Oh,
half.
wow, you brought a perfect scale. I was going to ask what the deal with that was.
Can't go into it.
Visual
Thoughts
reference for
on
your
puke? Love it. What color was your poop? Poop color? Room temp milk or warm? I like it hot. Hotter the better. Hot. Thick. IBS? Wouldn't tell a soul. That's a secret I'll take till I die.
All right, exercising her Fifth Amendment right. We've got a poll now, Bailiff, right?
Yep.
All right, let's go ahead. Jurors, it's time to vote, and while they're voting, Miss David O. Russell, you can make your closing remarks to convince them to vote your way.
Dear jurors, I've had a pretty hard last couple of days. One, I realized I really never have loved my husband. Two, I killed my ferret because I was just trying to make my grass look good. Three, I had to be here with this rude judge who didn't even ask me about my shirt.
Okay.
Yeah.
You did it.
That's
Can we all agree he didn't ask me about my shirt?
Not necessarily relevant.
I'm the guilty, and you are all going to jail yourselves.
I thought it was baby ketchup because you had the hot dog. I thought maybe you. I don't know. I don't know. I'm embarrassed.
You should be.
I'm
Who only puts
embarrassed.
ketchup on a hot dog?
That's pretty
What?
That's
good.
worse than the crime.
And fourth reason I've been having a bad day is because now it looks like I'm guilty, okay?
well, it's a close one, but we are going to close out this poll, and
No. No.
unfortunately
No.
for you, Miss David O. Russell, we can close it out fully. I see the result. Unfortunately for you, Miss David O. Russell, the jury has entered its verdict for the crime of shitting and clogging the toilet and not flushing. And their verdict is guilty.
Oh, I always flush. This is unjust.
Well, apparently not. Now the only thing left to do is figure out what the punishment is going to be
Oh.
for Miss David O. Russell.
Please,
So
something good. Maybe a life full of love and happiness.
maybe let's see what they say. Jurors, what's the punishment for Miss David O. Russell for the crime of not flushing her big stinky
penalty.
shit?
Jeez
Okay.
Louise.
Coming in hot with
by
death
guillotine.
by poop knife.
Flush her. No.
Flush her. Wow, I like that. I like that suggestion from Thomas Two Hands. We're gonna take it for the crime of not flushing your own shit, Miss David O. Russell. You'll have to be flushed in a giant toilet that flushes human peep-sized shits. Wow, and it's right there. We've installed it at the podium. Yep, there she goes. Wow. Glad we finally got to use that thing. Cost. Yeah, well.
Chekhov's giant toilet.
Cost $30 million to have that installed, and people were like, when are we ever gonna flush somebody? Well, there you go. Eat crow. All right.
Tax dollars at work.
That's your Now York tax dollars at work. All those $5 donations, it adds up. Anyway, folks, another guilty defendant, another criminal swiftly taken off the streets of Now York. Great work. But now it's time for you to step out of the jury box and into the role of a lawyer for some surprise. We added a B game to this format. It's time for voir dire, which of course is, I think, French for jury selection.
Oh, but Grant uses words that are too big.
Neither of those words are big, they're only French. Folks, it's time for jury selection. Yes, it's time now to meet some potential jurors who will be occupying the jury box for a trial that is set to take place at a future date. So we're gonna head over to a different courtroom and meet some potential jurors, and you're gonna have an opportunity to ask them some questions to make sure that they are fit to preside over a trial. So you're gonna wanna make sure they're not biased, that they're mentally and spiritually and morally sound, that they have, yes, make sure they believe in the correct God that we all agree on. And, just generally make sure that they're all there so that they can give an unbiased and fair verdict for the trial over which they're going to be presiding, or hearing, I suppose. In any event, the crime is somebody, I guess, stole one of those sheet cakes from the bakery. Somebody, those cakes that have like a photo on them, like you can send a photo to the bakery of like your family, a family reunion or whatever, and they print the photo on the cake. Somebody stole a family reunion photo sheet cake from the bakery, and the family was very upset about that. So that's the crime, and we're gonna go meet some jurors now, some potential jurors. Yes, big pop for the crime, I guess. We're gonna meet some potential jurors, and you'll ask them some questions to decide.
They're saying that they don't understand, and could you describe it more?
Nope. I cannot describe it any more than that. So we'll see you guys.
After the cake.
The cake? You guys get it. You've seen this. It's like a big rectangular...
Hi there. Oh, hi. Hello.
I'm Rictus Caruso, and where the buck stops, I start.
Okay, Rictus Caruso.
I am ready to serve in any capacity.
All right, Rick. Well, we're going to just ask you some questions here. You are potentially going to be a juror in a crime for a stolen cake from a bakery. So in a moment, we're just going to...
I can't do Thursdays. Is this a problem?
Well, the case could potentially go on for a few days, so you may want to contact your employer. But go ahead and answer these questions. You'll have 90... Oh, I forgot that we made this 5 seconds because I was testing out this button. Okay.
5 seconds is all it takes, and I mean that every way you're thinking.
Oh, God.
30.
Okay.
All right, there we go. All right, Rick, Rictus, go ahead and answer the questions now.
How many cakes can you eat in one sitting? How many can you set down in front of me? How do you feel about family reunions? Better than family separations, if I say so myself. What are your internal biases? I hate oppression in all its forms. Do you know David Caruso? We do not speak anymore. What are your thoughts on the state of Alabama? Kind of mid, if I'm honest. How racist are you 1 to 10? I don't think in terms of numbers. Do you hate cakes? I love everything. Opinion on gay cakes? I love everything. Are your bowel movements regular? More regular than you can imagine. What color was your last poop? What color do you think it was? Blue or red icy? Red, white, and blue all the way. Do you know Guy Fieri? We go way back. Do you flush every day? Why is he on fire? Why are you not? Do you see color? I don't see color. I see everything. Who did 9/11? It's a complicated subject. I have many YouTube videos in my recommendations on the matter. Can you spell ONOMATOPEIA? Gotcha. What are your letterbox top 4? Night of the Hunter, The Gold Rush, Twin Peaks The Return, and Do the Right Thing. America, fuck yeah or fuck no. Fuck yeah every single day. Favorite Taco Bell hot sauce? Mild, quite honestly. The flavor makes up for it. Do you love 9/11 as well? I love what it did for this country. LMAO, I agree with you. How many peanuts can your forehead handle? Enough. Gold Rush rules. It's a great Chaplin picture. He's kind of one of those directors where your first one is your favorite. Do you wipe front to back or back to front? Never. Guilty, I agree. How many guns are in your person? 1 is all I need.
And that's time. All right, we're going to go ahead and decide whether or not you're fit to hear this trial. Again, the trial is related to stealing a cake from a bakery. So, chatters, go ahead and vote to decide whether or not Rictus Caruso is fit to be a member of our jury.
Fridays might be a problem too. I will talk to my supervisor.
Okay. Okay, this one seems like a runaway. We can go ahead and close out that poll.
The only sheet
Did you bring a gun in here?
I keep it with me everywhere I go, and the only sheet cake they are going to get is a face full of American justice, print that on a cake, and put it in the mail, because I'm coming for you. Rictus Caruso, out.
Okay, great. All right, let's get the next potential juror in the seat. Go ahead and take your spot and tell us your name.
Well, you got Mama out of bed for this, I guess.
Why do all these prospective jurors have weapons? Can we screen for that before we let them in?
I would use it to walk.
All right, be careful because it's being cropped out now.
No.
Maybe just put it on the ground.
You don't have a special holster or anything for these?
No, we don't have a pitchfork holster.
Fine.
All right.
There's a little thing at the door for the pitchfork.
What was your name again?
Mama Smith.
All right, Mama Smith.
I gotta tell you something right off the bat.
Okay.
I don't care much for the justice system. I don't have any respect for anyone here. And you pulled me out of bed for this, and I'm pretty angry about that.
All right.
Let's just get on with the show.
With that being said, go ahead and ask Mama Smith some questions to decide whether or not she's fit to be a juror.
Favorite color of Skittles? I gotta say it's probably green. I don't know. What is your favorite television channel? HBO, now called Max. How racist are you 1 to 10? I'll give it an even 5. Who's your favorite New Yorker? Martin Scorsese. Put it out on the table. What? Okay. Which family member would you eat first? Oh, they're definitely Jimmy. Definitely Jimmy. He's got a lot of meat on his bones. You know that. You know that. If there's one person who should be getting out of bed, it's Jimmy. So, do you take your teeth out for BJ's? Well, I'm not gonna answer that, but sure, I would. Favorite thing about goats? They're all over the field. They having a great time. Shaved or full bush? I'm not gonna answer that, but full bush. Who put the bop in the bop she bop? I gotta say, you got me there. I don't know. Are you religious? Oh, hell yeah. I'm certainly very religious. How did you get the Nexium cult? Nexium? How were the dinosaurs? Well, I'm not that old. Thoughts on the throat goat Nancy Reagan? I've heard stories.
And that's time.
Okay.
All right. We're going to get up a poll now and decide whether or not Mama Smith is fit to be a juror in the trial, which of course is for a stolen cake from the bakery. So go ahead and vote to decide whether or not Mama Smith can be a juror.
I better not be a juror, and if I am, I better be able to do it from bed. That's all I'm saying.
That is definitely not going to be possible, but it is your civic duty, Mama Smith, if they decide that you are fit to hear the case. But it seems like no. We're going to go ahead and close out this poll.
Well,
Mama
thank you
Smith.
very much. Don't care for the justice system one bit. Thank you.
Okay. Well, take care, Mama Smith. You're free to go.
Thank you very much. All right.
All right, let's get the next prospective juror in the box, please. And if you wouldn't mind, tell us your name.
Hi, my name is Lori Possum.
Hi, Lori. Welcome. We're just going to ask you a few questions to decide whether or not you are fit to be a juror.
Perfect.
So go ahead and answer those questions for us. And ask some questions to Lori, please, folks.
Oh, okay. Warm milk or room temp milk? The hotter the better. Which religion is right? God, that's a tough one. Have you ever been to the pyramids? Okay, what is your natural predator? Not the possum, let me tell you that. Okay, maybe this one I'll read off of. Is there a Mr. Lori Possum? That's for me to know and you to find out. Do you know Jamie Lee Curtis? That's my aunt. Who put the bop in the bop shit? We keep asking. She clearly, it says it, she did. Do you live a cottagecore animal life? You might think so, but I actually live among the possums at the nature preserve. Have you smoked meth within the last 24 hours? No. Are those ears natural? No. Have you ever been to Possum Kingdom? That is where I live. Who put the dip? D, obviously. Is recycling a conspiracy? I invented it, so no. Is that your cake mallet? This is actually sort of my impromptu Theragun. On a scale of 1 to 10, how racist are you? That's always good to ask every jury member. I've never met a person, only a possum.
Thanks for answering those questions, Lori. We're going to give an opportunity to our lawyers here to decide whether or not you are fit to hear the case, which again is, of course, a cake that was stolen, allegedly, from a bakery. So go ahead, lawyers in the chat, vote to decide whether or not Lori Possum is allowed to be on the jury. Ooh, this one's a little bit more divisive.
Please. I'd love to meet a person. I only really talk to possums. A possum is my mother, a possum is my father. My aunt, as you remember, is Jamie Lee Curtis. So please let me join the jury.
All right, I've seen enough. It seems, Miss Possum, that the people have decided you are fit to be on the jury. Congratulations.
That's
all right, we'll see you at the trial, and let's get our final prospective juror in now. And if you wouldn't mind, just let us know what your name is. Hi, are you on the phone?
Yeah.
Okay, well, can we just get your name?
I'm sorry, I'm just taking a call really quick.
All right, but what's your name?
It's Lorraine. No, Pastor David cannot take pictures after the sermon. No, we know sorry, I'm the PR manager for Our Lord is Awesome Church. Sorry, 1 second. Yeah, no, he cannot. I know that he looks good.
All right, let's just ask some questions to Lorraine.
I know that he looks good, but he cannot be taking pictures. What do you need?
We need you to answer these questions, Lorraine. They're going to appear in the little flag box.
What? Oh my God, but I'm on a call.
Well, just do your best.
How much does it cost to kill this juror? I'm so sorry. I think someone's trying to kill me. I know we have important business to talk about, but it seems like someone's trying to kill me here. Do you know Hugh Jassel? I don't know. I don't know who that is. Did you in the past? Fuck. Oh my God, where am I? This is not holy. This is tainted. Are you Natalie Portman? 1 second. Yes. No, the baptism water? Yeah, we should just go to Costco and we should get a big thing of Aquafina. What religion is right, our Lord and Savior? Next question. Who ate your hand? Now that's an interesting question. Actually, hold. Can I call you back? I've been dying to talk about this. Now who ate my hand? Some say it was the shark. Some say it was Lord. Because now that I don't have a hand, my life is 20 billion times better. I gotta carry around this. Sometimes I get to hit little kids if they're being bad with it. I didn't get to do that with a regular hand. People would have called that abuse. This? Incredible. Rank all the religions. Jesus, 1. Number 2, the Holy Spirit.
And that's
Is that
time.
good enough? Okay, let me call back
That is good
Becky.
enough. I think
Becky?
we heard everything we needed to hear, and
Becky,
now it's
are
going to
you
be
there?
up to our friends in the chat to decide whether or not Lorraine
No, they're asking
is
me
fit to be on our
jury
jury.
duty.
So go ahead and vote
They're asking me to be on
with a
jury
1
duty.
if you think
Yes,
that
I
Lorraine
know.
should be on the jury, and a 2 if you think Lorraine
I-
should not be on the jury.
What's it say?
Wow, it's the closest one so far.
50-50.
It's a dead heat.
That's God and Jesus, 50-50. That is a black and white cookie. That is...
Wouldn't it be like God and the devil? Wouldn't God and Jesus be like 2 yeses?
What are you bringing up the devil for? I'm so sorry.
You're right. I'm sorry.
I don't know why we're bringing up the devil in a time
forget
this.
I said anything. All right, let's close it out.
Absolutely ridiculous. 1 second, I got another call.
All right, well, Lorraine, before
Hello?
you take that, okay, you're going to be a juror. Lorraine, you're a
Speak a
juror.
little louder.
Lorraine,
Oh!
congratulations, you're going to be a juror. All right, let's head back to the court. Court is back in session, folks. Welcome back. I hope you picked some great jurors to join you in the box. And it's time now to do some more criminal trials. If you're just joining us, we've got a alleged criminal who's about to take the defendant's stand right here, and we're going to find out whether or not they committed a crime. And you can help us figure out whether they committed that crime. Whoa, Dinsdale Piranha, thank you so much for the $10. You can help us figure out whether or not they committed that crime by asking them questions. submitting evidence by joining our Discord and submitting images that will display on this TV here. And for $5, or if you want $10, hey, you know, whatever, you can call a witness to the witness stand. It can be anybody you like. Just tell us who you want to bring to the stand and donate $5. We'll bring them in. And we could use some more. We could use some more subscriptions, folks. We're trying to hit our goal. We need 13 subscriptions so we can hit our goal and do some firearm training. You will get a chance to shoot people. Woo! Yep. Sounds pretty fun. Could be pretty fun. We need 13 more subscriptions, though, before the end of the night to do that. So let's get those in. Of course, if you subscribe, not only will you be contributing to our goal, you'll also get to submit written testimony. It'll look like this. This is Social Interaction said, I saw that motherfucker steal my blow-up unicorn. There it is. Ookij. Hope I'm saying that right. Ookij. Almost assuredly mispronounced. But thank you so much for the subscription. Now we're only 12 away, and you can submit some written testimony. But we got to move things along here, because I think we're going to try to squeeze in 2 more trials if we can. So let's figure out what this next defendant stands accused of. If you wouldn't mind, people in the chat, go ahead and list off some crimes for me. Try to jog my memory, because I can't remember what this next defendant is accused of doing. Let's see. Smuggling exotic pets. I'll take it. I'm gonna take it. It was quick. Quick on the draw from Red Star EV. And thank you for the follow, Rug Doug. Great username. This next defendant stands accused of, and thank you, Veldrick. We're getting closer, folks. We only need 11 more now. Let's make it happen. Red Star EV reminded me that this next defendant stands accused of smuggling exotic pets. Now, smuggling any type of pet is a crime here. You can't smuggle a cat, you can't smuggle a dog, but it's especially a heinous crime when you're smuggling, I don't know, like a Komodo dragon or a liger, which is, of course, a cross between a tiger and another animal. Folks, this next defendant stands accused of just such a crime, but they might not have done it. It'll be up to you to decide. So, defendant, if you would, please take your place at the podium here and state your name for the record.
My name is Monday Tuesday, girl detective.
Okay, we were gonna need to update your case file because it still says you're Shirley Shrimp David O. Russell.
Well, I don't know who that is.
It was the defendant from our last case. Now, you said that your name is Monday Tuesday?
Monday Tuesday, girl detective.
I see. Wow, a detective. All right, well, a detective, although they're typically known for solving crimes, would, in my mind, seem to be someone who would know how to avoid being caught for a crime. Would they not, Miss Tuesday?
They absolutely would. However, I have many enemies because I've put many bad people in the jail.
I see. Well, so you're saying that perhaps you were framed for stealing exotic pets?
Perhaps I was. There are many people. There's an entire gang. You ever heard of Peaky Blinders?
The TV show?
No, they're real.
Oh, the real Peaky Blinders.
The real boys.
Bailiff, the crime is stealing exotic pets. Perfect. By the way, smuggling exotic pets. Actually, smuggling exotic pets.
Right.
All right. So, Miss Monday Tuesday, give me just an example of what you did to these Peaky Blinders that might have upset them and decided to get you framed.
Well, not only were they laundering money, but they were also all cheating on their wives. So I put little cameras, little recording devices in all of their homes, and I exposed them to
Hey, Bailiff? Can fully hear your conversation.
Great, perfect.
Okay. Sorry, Monday Tuesday.
Is that one of the Peaky Blinders?
No, I think that's just our bailiff having a full volume conversation right next to the mic.
Absolutely.
Listen, Monday Tuesday, I like the cut of your jib. I don't think you did this, but I'm gonna need a little bit more information about what happened here. Do you know the type of exotic animal that it was you were accused of smuggling?
Tigers and fish.
Tigers and fish. Okay. Well, fish is a pretty broad category. If it was, just a goldfish, that's not an exotic animal. What type of fish was the allegedly smuggled exotic animal?
Puffer.
A puffer. Okay. That's getting a little bit more exotic. Now, Who are the owners, or the singular owner of these exotic animals?
Well, they're saying that it was a Lady Cromwell who is in bed with one of the Peaky Blinders.
Lady Cromwell, I'm not familiar, but it sounds like she's pretty important.
She is to some, but not to me, because I'm on the side of the law.
I see, and so, what, she's like a crime boss or something?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
What's that on your wrist?
This?
Yeah.
You don't have one?
No, I've never even seen that. What is it?
This is how I communicate with my secretary, Lawrence.
I see, so it's like a Apple Watch or something?
In a way.
Seems like it's got a lot of buttons.
I dial *99 and it calls Lawrence in case I need perhaps dry cleaning or backup, you never know.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be like a James Bond, like it shoots a dart that makes people fall asleep or something. All right, well, we've got some visual evidence here, Miss Tuesday, that I'm hoping is gonna maybe jog your memory as to the facts of this case. Bailiff, are we prepared to take a look at that image?
Just a moment, yes.
All right. In a moment, Miss Tuesday, I'm going to direct your attention to this television here, and an image will appear. I'm going to need you to explain what it is that we're seeing to the court.
All right, it's ready for it.
Let's have a look.
Why won't the deep state let me go to Denny's? Well...
Yeah, and then there's seems like maybe like a furry fox wearing a hunting cap.
I do believe that's one of the many exotic animals that I was accused of smuggling.
Oh, that's one of the animals.
Sometimes the animals have political affiliations.
I see. Okay, interesting. Well, that complicates things. And thank you, Casually Average, for the sub. Interesting. Okay, so there may have been political motives to this crime, is what you're saying.
Maybe. You might have to ask the Peaky Blinders.
Okay, they're not here. I wish I could. I don't even really know what that is. I thought it was a TV show until moments ago.
Well, it is that as well.
Okay, so you're saying it's like a biographical TV show?
Yeah.
Like a historically accurate TV show?
You're not from the UK, you don't know what it's like over there.
I suppose that's right. Well, we've got some written evidence here, some testimony submitted by one of our subscribers. Let's see what they have to say. Now, Veldrick says the defendant was over on what? The defendant was over on then up. The defendant was over on then up when they tried down again. So take that how you will. Okay?
They were over, up, and then down again. Clear as day.
Bless you.
Thank you.
I think that was like a Spice Girls lyric or something.
Okay, that's making more sense. That's something that Sporty might have said, huh?
Yeah, like the defendant was over on the thin side again, you know?
Oh, wow. That was pretty good.
Over on the thin side again.
Can all British women do that?
Absolutely. It's something we learn when we're baptized by the king.
Oh, wow. I'm learning more and more about British culture every day. Well, thank you, Veldrick, for that valuable testimony.
Over on the thin side again.
Yes, okay. Miss Tuesday, speaking of over, up, and over to the side, and what you said, I see here that when these animals, these exotic animals were smuggled, they were smuggled not through...
Awesome. Hell yeah.
Seems like we had some commotion in the court. We're gonna get that fixed. Bailiff, if you wouldn't mind.
Yeah, totally, no problem.
All right, as I was saying, order. As I was saying, Miss Tuesday, these animals were allegedly smuggled out of a residence, some sort of manor or mansion, but not through the front door or the garage as one might expect, but through a series of tunnels, over, up, down, and through. Do you know anything about tunnels under the manor of the Peaky Blinders?
I may have been in a tunnel or two in my day as a girl detective.
What is that, like a monocle, or what are those called?
Yeah.
Binocular?
It's sort of it's two, so it can't be a monocle.
It's like the thing people use at the opera.
I thought you went to college. I thought you went to university.
I did. I went to Billy Bob Thornton Law School. Now, that is the thing that Bugs Bunny uses in that one episode. We've got a witness on the stand who's going to focus us up and give us some valuable testimony, I'm sure. Witness, if you wouldn't mind, please state your name for the record.
Yes, it is I, the Fresh Prince of Belgrade.
Wow. Lot of British royalty here tonight. Mr. Prince of Belgrade, are you familiar with the defendant?
Yes, I have much contact with the defendant over the years.
And what is the nature of your content?
Well, I had a whole shark tank full of many rare sharks, and I had the defendant over for dinner one night, and the next day the sharks were missing.
Interesting. Okay, now apparently the alleged fish that was stolen was a puffer fish, but that was according to the defendant who's on trial. Perhaps she was trying to give us a red herring and point us in the wrong direction.
That is my belief. Thank you.
I see, and I'm sorry, wait, Prince of Belgrade, what is that in your hand?
It's the 21st century. I can't have a gun?
No. You can't have that in the courtroom. That's very dangerous. Bailiff, how did that get in here?
Accident.
Okay, we can't be having those kinds of accidents, Bailiff.
Fuck.
All right.
Fuck, I'm so sad.
Okay, it's all right. It's
Look how
okay.
sad he is.
He's very upset.
I'm crying.
I'm sorry,
crying.
Bailiff.
I'm sorry. I should have shown my gun on the way in.
Yeah, if you wouldn't mind just disclosing that, but it's here already. Just please don't fire it.
Okay, just please stop crying, at least.
Okay, Bailiff, please control yourself.
I can't help it.
God, he's an ugly crap.
Mr. Prince of Belgrade, is there anything you'd like to add to the record before we let you go? Any comments about our defendant here, Miss Monday Tuesday?
Yes, Miss Monday Tuesday, please bring me back my sharks. I know that you took them, and they are rare sharks, and I've named them all. I love them.
Can you tell us the names of the sharks and how many were there?
Mo, Ringo, the mole. I just call one the mole.
Why did you call him the mole?
Because he's always sneaking around, you see.
Okay, that's a fair reason, I suppose.
Yes,
any more?
Yes, actually... someone already said it in the chat. Larry and Curly, of course, to complete the Three Stooges.
Right, and then you had one named after a beetle?
Yes, Ringo, my favorite beetle.
Got it. So, Larry, Mo, Curly, Ringo, and the mole.
Yep.
5 sharks stolen from your tank.
Yes, my dear sharks. They're like family to me. Please bring him back.
All right. Well, thank you for your testimony, Prince of Belgrade. You're free to go now.
Thank you very much. It's great to be here.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed your experience. You're free to go.
Okay, bye.
Miss Monday Tuesday, we've got some more written testimony here now, and then I want to give you an opportunity to respond to it and to the testimony of the Prince of Belgrade.
Okay, thank you, because I'm not really getting a chance to defend myself.
You're right, and I apologize for that.
From that guy, kooky guy.
Yeah, that guy was pretty kooky. I'll give you that. Let's look at this testimony, and then I want to give you a chance to respond. Oogheej says, "This crime made my testes moany." All right, so I guess...
You know what?
I guess, do you want to respond to that?
Well, first of all, that's the kind of inane treatment I get as a girl detective. People always saying inappropriate remarks.
And someone is rightfully objecting to that testimony. Thank you. Good call. And sustained. Can you speak to the type of sexism you experience in your line of work, Miss Monday Tuesday? Perhaps the sexism was the reason that you were allegedly framed for this crime.
I think so. A lot of people think that girls can't just be detectives sort of wandering around the streets of London, sticking out their foot, tripping you if perhaps you're suspected of a crime.
Wait, I'm sorry. Are you saying that you do that to people?
I'm saying perhaps if you're a girl detective, you can stick out your foot and trip someone suspected of a crime, and some people don't like that.
And that's sexism to you?
No, the people that don't like that are being sexist to me.
Right, I'm saying that you think it's sexist for people to be critical of you for just tripping strangers on the street?
The male detectives do it.
Okay, well, I guess if people aren't being critical of them when they do it, then yeah, that does seem sexist, although I think it's, nobody should be doing that.
Well, what if someone's really, really bad?
All right, I guess touche.
What if they're really, really bad?
What if someone's really, really bad and nobody's taking them to the court of law, so you have to take matters into your own hands?
Vigilante justice. I see what you're saying.
Exactly.
Well, Monday, Tuesday.
Also, I didn't steal the sharks, by the way.
Yeah, I wanted to get to that. You were in the home of the Prince of Belgrade, and presumably you saw his sharks, Mo, Curly, Larry, Ringo, and the mole.
I guess I was.
Are you on the phone with your assistant?
Yes, sorry. I had a dry cleaning to be picked up at exactly 1400 hours. But I was in the home of that cookie man because as a girl detective, it's quite a novelty, isn't it? So a lot of exotic people are inviting me to their homes for dinner.
I see. So you were not there investigating anything as a detective. You were just there because they thought, wow, this is cool. It's a girl detective.
Judge, I am always investigating.
No, that's what I was saying.
Oh.
I know. That's what I was saying to you.
Okay,
The
it sounds
other
like
day when
it sounds
I-
like we've got a witness on the stand.
Yeah, the other
Let's
day
go
when I
ahead
was
and meet them.
messaging you,
Witness,
that's
please
what I
state your name
said.
for the record.
When I said LOL, I did not mean LOL. I meant
it's Lorraine.
out.
We voted to decide.
Lorraine.
We voted to decide they were fit to hear a trial. I guess
Oh,
they're
I'm
here
so
in the
sorry,
jury.
Judge. I was on the phone. Now, I know I'm not here to really witness. Oh my God! Can you
What
pick
the
that
heck?
up for me and
Yeah.
pass it my way?
Hold on a minute.
Now here's the thing.
Pick that up. I'll cut back to you once we've sorted
No,
it out.
I got it. Now here's the thing, Judge. I was asked to be a juror on this trial. And then y'all started talking about sharks. And I just don't think I'm fit to be a juror anymore because, first of all, I lost my fake hand because I was swatting away a child, and then he ran, his name was Timothy, and I said, Timothy, give me back my fake hand! And he ran away, and I never saw him again. 2, I went into the ocean and a shark bit my other hand, and I brought
Oh my
that
God.
one with me, so you knew I
Jesus.
wasn't lying.
That is gruesome. Please put that away.
So I have no hands, a broken heart.
Well, it seems like you've got one hand. It's just not attached.
Right.
Okay, well, Lorraine, listen, it's a tragic story, and I'm sorry you went through that, but it sounds like everything you're saying is completely unrelated to the trial
No,
of
I
Miss
know.
Monday
I just
Tuesday.
need no because y'all sure talking about sharks. Excuse me, I'm getting a call. Yes, hello. No, they're asking me to stay as a juror, even though
That's Lorraine. She was one of the jurors.
even though they know my trauma.
Who the crap?
Oh yes, let's start
that?
crying.
Is that like a British thing that they
It's
say?
a thing that girl detectives say.
Oh, okay.
Dear Jesus,
Uh,
please let me not be a juror at this trial anymore. In the name of God, I pray
Lorraine.
that I will not have to be a juror on this trial. That brings
Lorraine.
me so much sorrow talking about sharks and
Lorraine,
animals.
you do not. Lorraine, you don't have to be a juror on. You've clearly demonstrated that you're unfit to be a juror on this trial. And thank you so much, Laser Lady, for the gifted sub.
I just want to thank you, Mr. Judge. I think it goes like God, Jesus, Holy Spirit, the President of the United States, judges.
Thank you. All right, you're free to go,
I'll
Lorraine.
leave this with you, Judge. I'll leave this with you just
Please
as a
don't.
reminder of me. No, take it.
Please. Oh, Jesus. Okay. All right. I want to give an opportunity to our defendant here, Miss Monday Tuesday, to answer some questions directly from you, our jurors at home. So, Miss Monday Tuesday, I'm going to direct you here to our jury box. Jurors, if you have any questions you want to ask directly to Miss Monday Tuesday, now is your opportunity, and then we're going to vote to decide whether or not she stole these sharks. So, Miss Monday Tuesday, there should be some questions popping up there in just a moment. Go ahead and answer those to the best of your ability.
All right. Is my shirt stuffed with animals? Well, what a sexist remark to ask a girl detective if her shirt is stuffed. Animals are no. What's the last crime you solved? Well, I put all of the Peaky Blinders into maximum security. I put them into that thing that you go see in...
Prison?
No. The bigger thing that's a tourist attraction in London.
Oh, the Tower of London?
Tower of London. I knew it all along, just a test. Should we execute the last juror? I don't think we have the death penalty in England, so no. Did me and Thomas Shelby fuck right before I put him in the Tower of London?
Wow, that's kinky.
Yes. Did you eat the sharks? I don't know anything about the sharks. Stop asking. Thoughts on handcuffs? I'm so glad you asked.
Whoa!
And that's all I'll say about that. Favorite Spice Girls song? What was that one you guys said earlier?
Something about like up, down, sideways.
Up, down, and to the side. That's my favorite one.
Give us some more of that.
It's a deep cut.
Up, down, and to the side. Swing it around and say goodbye. Swing it around and say goodbye. Swing it around and say goodbye.
So
It's a really
sporty.
good
All right. Thank you for those questions answered, Miss Monday Tuesday. And now I want to give you an opportunity to make your closing remarks to convince our jurors to vote your way as they vote in the poll.
regardless of whether you think I'm guilty or not guilty of absconding with a tiger and a pufferfish, I ask you, who is gonna keep the London streets clean if Monday, Tuesday, girl detective is locked away in the Tower of London? Who?
It's a good question. It's an interesting question.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, I think the votes are in. Let's go ahead and close that poll out completely. Now...
Up and down and to the side.
Not enough to save you. No amount of up, down, and to the side seemed to convince our jurors who have entered their verdict, Miss Monday, Tuesday, and for the crime of smuggling exotic animals, they found you guilty.
Oh, how could they? Oh well, I guess I'll just see me all the Peaky Blinders I put away.
Well, now before you leave, Miss Monday, Tuesday, we do have to figure out what your punishment is going to be. We've already got a suggestion here from Rarely Asleep who said trampled to death by the Spice Girls.
That's not really a punishment if you ask me.
Yeah, some people might be really into that kind of thing. Toss her into the river. Tower of London.
That's
like
not
that.
really how you say it.
Well, that's how it. I'm
London
just.
calling.
I'm
it's
just
more like
reading
Tower of London.
It's a Tuesday, isn't it?
Someone says force feeding beans and toast. They like that there, apparently.
That's my breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
We're gonna send you to the Tower of London, then, isn't it?
That is not
We're
funny.
gonna put you in the Tower of London,
It's not really funny to make fun of the way I talk.
Well, too bad, Monday, Tuesday. You're going to the Tower of London, and it is settled. Goodbye.
Fine, I'll see you all there.
My favorite.
All right. Interesting.
My favorite Spice Girl is Ice, for the record.
Ice Spice, the late edition.
May or may not have genuinely thought that for a while, that she was one of the Spice.
They're rebooting the Spice Girls, and she's the first one.
She's the first one in the
gritty,
reboot.
It's the gritty Spice Girls reboot.
All right, folks, we've got about 20 minutes left here. Time for another trial. And if we act very quickly here, if we somehow get 9 more subscriptions, by the grace of God, we'll hit our goal and we'll go to the firing range where you'll get to shoot people. But
9 more.
let's do it. Let's get it. Come on, 9 more. I know they're out there. But in the meantime, we've got another trial to do, so let's figure out. There it is. 8 more. Come on. VTAC, thank you so much for the sub. We're getting closer. Let's make it happen. But let's get this trial going. What did this next defendant allegedly do? What was their crime? Allegedly. Let's see. Stealing a Wells Fargo bank? Stealing the whole bank? I don't know if anybody's ever done that. That's incredible. Cheating in solitaire. Whoa, thank you. Look at this. Here they come, folks. Let's make it happen. Stealing a bank. I think, all right, we've had 2 people suggest this. We're going to go ahead and take it. Stealing a bank. Now, obviously, stealing from a bank, that's already a felony and, frankly, a heinous crime. But going one step further, stealing the whole ass bank? I don't know if it's ever been done, but it may have been done. And not only that, it may have been done by the defendant standing right across from me now. So let's figure out whether or not he did it. Defendant, please state your name for the record.
My name is Marcus Anonymous.
Marcus Anonymous. Now, Mr. Anonymous, do you understand the crimes for which you stand accused today?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
All right, and I assume that you plead not guilty. Is that correct?
Hold on. Not guilty.
What was that? You just scratch your ear or something?
Oh, my team of lawyers are telling me what to say.
Oh, I see. You've got, I guess this is a new policy we've implemented, remote lawyers.
Mm-hmm.
So you've got an earpiece in.
Yes.
Okay, well, typically, we have the lawyers come into court so that they can defend you from inside the courtroom.
It's a bit of a delicate situation. I'm actually in witness protection right now, so...
Oh, I see.
A team of lawyers to figure out what I can and cannot say.
You're in witness protection, so am I right in saying that your name actually isn't Marcus Anonymous?
I cannot confirm nor deny if that's my name.
Okay, it's starting to make sense now why you're... Never mind. Well, Mr. Anonymous, or whatever your name is, we have some evidence here. So if you wouldn't mind directing your attention to this television screen. Bailiff, are we prepared to show that evidence?
In 2 seconds, Judge.
Okay.
We're ready now.
Let's have a look. And what is it that I'm looking at here now, Mr. Anonymous?
My lawyers are telling me this is the alleged picture of me leaving the side of the bank where it was stolen.
I see, because to me that almost looked like a swamp filled with alligators.
There's a moat around the bank.
Ah, well that would make it much more challenging for someone to steal it, wouldn't it?
It sure would, yeah. That's why clearly it's... Wait, hold on. Yeah, it's not me. I didn't do it.
All right, well that'll be up to our jurors at home to decide, but can you tell me a little bit about what you do at the bank? Are you there to deposit checks? Are you, clearly that was you, so if you're saying you weren't there to steal the bank, what were you there to do?
I was there to deposit a check that I received from my employer.
I see, from your employer. And what is it that you do to earn that paycheck, Mr. Anonymous?
I work at another bank, actually.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. So perhaps motive to steal a bank. If you work for a bank and you want to take out the competition, what better way to do that than by stealing the whole ass bank?
That's not a question I can answer, according to my lawyers.
Okay. Damn, this guy's got some good lawyers in his ear. All right, well then, Mr. Anonymous. And thank you, Mokoy F4F. We're only 5 away, folks. Let's get it. Let's do it. 5 more.
My lawyers would like me to make a statement.
Oh, okay. Yeah, go ahead.
I may or may not be here right now.
Okay. No. That I can see you are here. It's no may or may not. I'm looking at you right now. I can see you in front of me.
My lawyers say I'm not on trial here.
No, okay, well, your lawyers are mistaken. You are on trial here. I can confirm that.
Okay, yeah, I misheard. I'm actually on trial here, so.
Okay, do you not have like good connection in here? Typically,
yeah, it's pretty bad.
There's not a lot of windows in here, so the service can be kind of bad.
Yeah, usually it's 5G, and I don't think this is 5G.
Yeah, we don't have 5G. Thank you, Sadville. We're going to bring a witness to the stand in just a moment here for you, Mr. Anonymous. But I want to get back to the bank situation. So you work at a bank, and you were seen at another bank. Now, if you're an employee at a separate bank, why would you go to a whole different bank to cash your checks? Why wouldn't you just use the bank where you're an employee? Surely you must get some sort of discount or something.
No, there's no discount at Citibank, and I like Wells Fargo Bank a little bit more, so that's where I go, and that's where I started my account.
Okay, likely story. Now, we are going to get a witness on the stand in just a moment here, Mr. Anonymous.
Mm-hmm.
But your story, I suppose, okay, and some people may be doubting. I'm not sure. I guess that was just banks in general, just booing banks generally.
My lawyers are calling for a mistrial.
Oh, here's
the booing.
No, that does not cause a mistrial. Here's an important question from one of our jurors, Sadville, who wants to know, why are you in witness protection? You can speak broadly so as not to disclose your identity.
I know who killed Abraham Lincoln, who really killed him.
Oh, you know? Oh, wow. That's a case that goes way back. At this point, who cares, right? Like, that guy's got to be dead.
There's a lot of people who would like that information silenced, and that's all I can say about it.
Wasn't it John Wilkes Booth?
No, he was only there.
He was like a patsy?
Yeah, he was, he took the fall for it, but it was actually someone sort of higher up.
Higher than John Wilkes Booth?
Yeah, my lawyers are saying I'm saying way too much about this.
Okay, all right, we don't have to get too far into that.
Okay.
I want to give an opportunity to our jurors to ask you a couple of questions. Now, jurors, and that was a great question. Here's a question, and keep these coming from Salad Fork. They want to know, when you say they were higher up, do you mean just like physically in a higher seat in the theater?
No, I mean like higher in stature, higher in the government. It was Mary Todd Lincoln who did it.
Oh, okay. Well, it was Mary Todd. And VTAG is wondering if we have written testimony. Bailiff, do we have written testimony?
We sure do, but there's got a lot of stuff going on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can we? It's
Sure.
good to look? All right.
Sure.
Let's have a look. Internet Crow says, I saw this guy pull up to Wells Fargo with a fleet of forklifts and a single shovel.
Not me.
Pretty
Not
damning
me.
evidence.
Not me. That
Pretty
was someone
damning
else.
testimony.
That was someone else. That wasn't me. I drive a Taurus. I don't drive that kind of car.
That you don't drive a... I'm guessing that the forklifts were... Never mind. All right. Thank you for that testimony, Internet Crow. And they're saying it was you and they remember your shirt. Now, we've got a witness... Wait a minute. We got maybe... All right. Witnesses, please just state your names for the record.
Yo, 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 yo. What's really good?
Your names, please. Your names.
My name is Spork.
My name is Stinky, and we're the Prime Brothers, and we represent this defendant here.
Spork and Stinky Prime.
Of course.
What would it be if it wasn't that?
It's a great question. So, I'm sorry, you're currently on the phone with the defendant?
Yeah, we are.
All right, well, you're here now, so you can probably hang up.
No, we can't do that.
Oh, absolutely not. You know what this reminds me?
What's that?
Can you let Stinky speak?
Sorry, Stinky, the floor is
Nah, brother,
yours.
don't even worry about it, brother. I get it all day long. Stinky Prime. Stinky Prime, Stinky Prime!
Stinky Prime, Stinky Prime! You know!
I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's going on.
You know when you walk down the street!
I don't know.
You know it's Stinky Prime!
it's Stinky Prime!
Don't disrespect my brother!
I'm not trying to disrespect your brother.
You're disrespecting Stinky Prime?
Don't disrespect Stinky Prime!
This is not a song.
Yeah,
not a music.
disrespect Stinky Prime!
Stop that.
Stinky Prime!
Stop that.
Prime! Stinky Prime!
Do not turn my courtroom into a beautiful musical.
Thank you for calling it beautiful.
Okay.
Stay in there, brother.
Damn it.
Hold on.
I'm in. I got one cheek in, one cheek flying free. Thank you. Locked in like a roller coaster.
Why do you have a Stinky? Why do you have a camcorder?
Just in case anything kind of crazy goes on, we want it recorded.
Well, we have a stenographer who's recording everything
Well,
that's.
we have a vlog.
I did miss the last 3 minutes.
What?
I
Okay.
had to take a shit.
All right. Well, you need to tell somebody when you're doing that.
Well, the other thing is, I am making a documentary about my life called Stinky. You know.
Stinky.
Stinky Prime?
Stinky Prime. Stinky Prime in the house. I think we have some Prime heads in the jury.
Prime Head for life?
Speaking of Prime, if you have Twitch
there we
Prime,
go.
you can subscribe to this show for free once a month. We only need 5 more. We're getting down to the wire here.
Now, here's the thing about me and my brother. We're the best lawyers in all of the world.
Least of all this city.
The city of... What city
Now
are we
York.
in again?
We're in Now York.
Sorry, when you hop off the PJ, it's hard to keep track.
Oh, okay, 1 second.
Mr. Anonymous, your lawyers are at the witness stand right now. You can probably hang up. You'll be able to hear them.
Okay.
No,
Brother,
they're coming
brother.
loud and
Yes.
clear.
Brother,
Yes,
brother,
yes.
tell him that it's not good.
Hey,
It's not looking good for him.
it is not looking good
Neogold,
for
thank you so much.
Okay.
My guy.
Should I do something? Should I say
Marcus,
something?
Marcus, we need to get real. Hold on.
Tell him to start dancing to Stinky Prime.
Okay, start dancing to the Stinky Prime track.
The jurors are loving Stinky Prime.
They're eating it up with a spoon.
What is happening?
You doing the Stinky Prime right now?
I don't know. The Stinky Prime? What is this, like a TikTok trend?
Oh, shit.
Stinky Prime in the house. Stinky Prime in the house.
Stinky Prime.
Something doesn't smell real good. You know what it is. It's Stinky.
Okay, I
Stinky
thought there's gonna be a rhyme.
Something doesn't smell real good. You know what it is. It's Stinky. Stinky Prime doesn't need to rhyme. Stinky.
Well, now it kind of is rhyme.
But it doesn't need to rhyme.
It's crazy that the rhyme is saying that it doesn't need to rhyme.
You know what it is when it's Stinky. It could be a turtle or a hippopotamus, but no, it's Stinky Prime.
Way too many syllables. Way too many syllables.
Marcus, shout out Marcus. He's innocent.
Marcus.
He's
I'm innocent,
innocent.
Judge.
All right,
I'm innocent. I'm innocent.
Okay, well, we have so few facts related to the case here other than one witness testified that you drove up to the bank that was allegedly stolen with a series of forklifts and a shovel. That's the only real relevant piece of evidence we've heard so far. To me, that would seem to indicate that you're guilty. We've got another piece of written testimony here, though, that we're going to take a look at, and we'll see whether or not that changes how things look for you. And then we've got a piece of visual evidence. Now, Kate Teakin says, I was just cleaning the windows when some crazy detective lady broke down my door shouting Peaky Blinders. Okay, that piece of evidence might have been related to our last trial, unless that lady detective Monday, Tuesday broke into the bank that we're talking about?
Marcus, don't answer that. Marcus, don't answer that.
I can't answer that. Sorry, the Bryan brothers are telling me I can't answer.
Okay, well, technically that is your Fifth Amendment right. Now, we do have a few pieces of visual evidence we need to take a look at. So, Bailiff, are we prepared to look at those?
You have 2 seconds.
Okay.
You're gonna have to take another shit.
I guess. Can you wait?
No.
You can't wait to take a shit?
You ever see Rat Race when the kid's like, I'm prairie dogging?
Yeah.
Objection!
Objection, Your
Sister.
Honor.
What is happening in the witness box? We may have you can't call for a mistrial.
How about a Mr. Trial? How about for the fucking guys?
Okay, all right.
Yeah, for the brothers!
Whoa!
Order! This is getting out of hand.
Stinky Pine got a big old dick!
Bailiff, can we look at the image?
Sure, why not?
All right, let's
I've been
see.
looking at it for a couple minutes.
Jesus Christ! What is this? Oh my God!
God, fuck! They used that image.
What
We're
is
done
that?
for.
Is that the smoking gun?
Marcus, that's really bad.
That's not looking good for you, brother. I love you, but it's not looking good.
Marcus Anonymous, what is this?
You know
what are we
exactly
looking at
what it
here?
is.
That's horrible. Why was that
Should I
submitted?
say what it is?
You should go ahead and tell
No, tell the truth. Tell the truth.
truth.
It's looking bad.
Okay, that was me a second before I was in the bank, in the bathroom.
That was you? What were you, like, dressed as like a furry?
No, it was a drawing by someone who loves Chester Cheeto, and he puts Chester Cheeto in all of his drawings.
Okay, so he depicted you as Chester Cheeto. That's
exactly.
That's not a photo. That's an illustration.
Yes.
I see. What is going on in the witness box?
Marcus!
Marcus, I'm so sorry they brought that out. I thought for sure that would never be seen.
Yeah,
we can do a plea.
We discussed this. I thought that would never be seen, but are we done? Is this over?
I think start saying your apologies.
Okay, all right. So your strategy is:
Give up.
do you want to now take a plea deal?
Yes.
There's another piece of visual evidence. This one's open and shut, Judge.
All right. Well, we've got another piece of visual evidence
Don't say
here.
open and shut right now, please.
Okay, yeah, our
Prime Brothers, do you
stenographer
know
is about to
what
let
this is?
one rip in
I'm
the
about
court.
to be a pistographer. I'm not stern anymore.
Okay, let's look at the evidence. What's happening? Wow! What an episode! Oh my goodness!
Thank you so much for watching the Everything Now Show. We do the show 4 times a week. We do the show on Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Weekdays, we do the show from 7 to 9. Saturdays, it's from 6 to 8. Be sure to follow and subscribe to this program here right on Twitch to stay up to date on when we are live. And also be sure to join the Everything Now Show Discord. All of the visual evidence presented throughout the show was submitted via the Discord.
By you, the viewers at home, but the only way you can do that is by joining the Discord, so get in there. Not only can you submit images for us to use on the show, you'll also get special updates about when the show's going live, and there's a great community of people who love the show who you can chat with, so definitely join the Discord, and definitely come on back Saturday night, because tonight's Thursday, right? Come on back Saturday night for a brand new episode. It will not be Twitch Court. It'll be a totally different scenario, but it'll still be interactive comedy that you can control with subscriptions and bits and donations and voting. Speaking of giving us money,
maybe buy a fucking shirt.
That's right. You exchange money for goods in the form of the Everything Now Show t-shirt. We've got t-shirts that are white. We've got t-shirts that are black. The black ones are almost out. We've almost sold out of those. So if you want one of those, you're gonna have to act quick. There's a link in the chat right now for you to go and buy these shirts. Once they're gone, folks.
You dumb pieces of shit. Buy a fucking shirt, goddammit.
Buy a shirt. Hey, Grant, can you go check that we didn't run an automatic ad?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay. Buy these shirts before they're gone. There's a limited supply. Once they're gone forever. We're not printing anymore. They're high quality, made right here in Los Angeles, and they're really fucking cool. So buy a shirt, follow the channel, check us out on YouTube. If you like tonight's episode, I've got great news. There's over 450 more that you can watch on the Everything Now Show YouTube. So go give us a subscription over there, watch those episodes, and you can watch tonight's episode if you missed the beginning of it or whatever. You can watch it on YouTube there. Follow us on all these other socials as well. But folks, we can't do this show by ourselves. Every episode, pretty much, of Everything Now Show has wonderful guests, and tonight was no different. So please give a big internet round of applause for
It's Mitch, it's Derek, it's Julia, and it's Anna.
That's right.
Yes,
Four guests. Come on out, folks. Stand under the Everything Now Show sign there. Give us a pose. Beautiful. Okay. We are gonna post your social media for people, your Instagram handles in the chat, so people can follow you there. But is there anything that you want to tell the viewers at home about? Any projects, any causes, anything at all you want to let the people know about? Say it into that microphone right there.
My short film, Reference Movements, still on Vimeo, starring co-star of the show, Rocky Pajarito, starring frequent guest Jesse Morner-Ritt. That is in my Instagram bio. I'll drop it in the Discord. I'm still proud of it. Kind of a lot of brainstorming right now. It was what I can now look back on as writer's block, but we are getting through it. We will stay strong. We are united more now than ever. And yeah, watch this space. Big things coming, big projects coming.
Yes. My name's Julia. I'm just doing my best. You can follow my live show account at Brunch After Dark. And tell someone you love them today.
Yay! My name is Anna Weis. Follow me on Instagram and you'll see everything there. Show-wise, thank you for having me, Everything Now Show.
And I'm Derek, and you can follow me at Derek Mossy at Twitter, Instagram, and now Threads.
Threads.
Crazy. Threads.
Consider Threads.
The game has changed.
Indeed.
And hey, one more time for the people that were maybe asleep earlier or in the back. If you don't buy a goddamn shirt, I'll fucking kill you.
It looks really. You would look
He's
hot
not
if you
joking.
bought this shirt.
He's killing me after the show ends.
Not hot to hot.
I haven't bought a shirt yet. He is killing me.
Listen very carefully to what I'm about to tell you. If you do not purchase a white T-shirt from the Everything Now Show website store, that's fine. No, it should be loud. Okay. It should be loud. That's how it should. It's a loud fucking statement I'm making. Okay, so it should be loud.
Crunchy.
I liked being
good.
Alive.
It's crunchy and it's loud. Look at me. Look at me in my fucking eyes. You think I'm joking? I will fucking end you. Buy a goddamn shirt, you stupid
The moment
piece of shit.
All right.
I'm dead.
Answer your question and she'll buy one. You got
What's your fucking question?
For a shirt signed by the boys.
Whoa.
$1 million.
Special edition.
I might yet live another day.
$600.
Yeah.
$600.
It's gonna be $600.
Alright, some of the traps sound bad.
All right, we gotta send you guys away. We're gonna send you to our good friend, Sincerely Lynn. So say hi to Lynn for us. Give them our best, and we'll see all of you back here Saturday night for a brand new episode, or in the Discord right after the show. All right, goodbye. Bye.
Bye. Love you.